the Université de Saint-Boniface and an MES in Environment and Resource Studies from the University of Waterloo, where she focused on barriers to commercial building energy efficiency. So Amanda has spent most of her professional career working in the environmental, energy efficiency, and climate change sectors. She spends most of her free time in her garden with her pets. So Amanda, welcome. So you can just go ahead and join us so that you can tell everybody about your solution, ioAirFlow. Hi, Amanda.
Hello, you can hear me okay?
Yes, we can. So I'll let you take it away.
Perfect. Thank you so very much for that introduction. And quick thank you to Women in Cloud for providing me with this platform and for IBM for sharing their stories. Really, really great to hear. So I kind of stumbled on the green and healthy building industry by accident. My parents always said they pictured my career on a Greenpeace ship with a megaphone, and they're not wrong. That would have been a great career for me. But environmentalism and social advocacy is slightly more dull and practical most of the time. So I started learning about commercial building health and energy efficiency through a class. And that's where I built my career. And if I were to summarize everything that I've learned over the last 12 years in one sentence, it's essentially that buildings are making us sick. And what I mean by that is that the performance and health of these buildings are directly affecting the health of people and the planet. And the older these buildings get, the sicker they make us. And this isn't insignificant because we as North Americans spend on average 90% of our time in these buildings. Over half of these buildings, of course, were built before 1990. So just a few quick stats, because I love stats and I've got plenty more of these. Regular building commissioning can reduce energy consumption by 13 to 16% just by optimizing existing systems. And for every 4-degree deviation from the optimal temperature set point, this results in a 2% employee productivity decrease. So this can cost a company on average $1,000 in lost income per employee per year. It's not insignificant. Luckily, awareness is changing. We're seeing legislation to meet sustainability targets. We're seeing people demand healthier spaces. And with the spread of COVID, people are hesitant to return to work, which is a huge impact on companies because they're paying for spaces that aren't being used to the full capacity by their employees. So as we can see, there's a huge opportunity to fix these problems, but why aren't we? It's because fixing them requires information. Information on what's wrong with these buildings, how we can fix them, and where we get the biggest bang for our buck, because we don't have a bottomless pit of money to improve old buildings. And that's where we come in. That's where ioAirFlow comes in. The current industry standards for understanding building health, performance, and efficiency problems is either through energy service companies or engineering firms. That means RFPs, time-consuming manual analyses, long-winded technical reports, or by implementing building monitoring systems, which are great, but that requires implementation in every building that is owned or rent, and that's not necessarily financially feasible. And in many cases, the infrastructure of old buildings actually makes implementation invasive and sometimes very much impossible. So we provide customers with the data analysis that they need to help them make smarter, healthier, and more energy efficient decisions at a fraction of the time and cost as these industry alternatives. How do we do it? Our wireless sensors collect high quality data on various building conditions anywhere in a building. It's then fed into our software platform. It identifies performance issues, and unlike permanent building automation systems, once that data has been collected and analyzed, you can grab our sensors and head on down to another building or another place in or another spot in your building. So this is really ideal for companies that have multiple spaces. You are in charge of when and how the data is collected and analyzed, and the information can easily be shared throughout an organization. So whether that's by providing others access to the software platform or generating clear, concise, and visual reports using our automated report feature. And this is a big deal for companies because as awareness and legislation grows, we are going to need to fix a whole bunch of buildings in a very short period of time. And we have to keep checking in on them as they age. So our solution can evaluate temperature set points, zone control, thermal comfort levels, building temperature. It can even identify airborne disease transmission risk. We've also taken every precaution to ensure that the safety of our clients' confidential information. We use wireless, low power, wide area network or LPWAN sensors and a gateway that don't require any type of internet connection. So there's no IT security risk on site. Sensors can operate for over 100 days on a single charge. The base station requires just a wall plug. And once that test is complete, the collected data is uploaded and stored securely on our cloud server. The sensors aren't fitted with any cameras or microphones, and thanks to the LPWAN protocol, they only transmit bytes of information. So right now, we are working with pilot partners to test our platform and to learn more about what customers would like to see while we continue to refine our models. We do hope to license our software to businesses, and that enables our customers to use it as many times as they want in as many buildings as they want. Hardware is leased as part of the fee, and we provide upgrades on hardware as required. So please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. I really hope to retire and spend my downtime on a Greenpeace ship with a megaphone one day. Thank you.
That was lovely, Amanda. Thank you so much for sharing. And I know that there were some messages going in the chat about both you and Tammy's demo presentation. So again, I just want to remind everyone that you will be able to meet with both of our entrepreneurs in the virtual lounge.